Picture this. It's July 18th, 2026, and a massive 22-meter-tall rocket is roaring off a launch pad in Sriharikota, literally shaking the ground and forever changing India's trajectory in space. Now, for decades, if an orbital rocket launched from India, it was built, funded, and launched by the government. The whole shebang. But this machine? This was totally different. This was the exact, undeniable moment the private sector finally broke into orbit. But here's the crazy thing. This historic milestone almost didn't happen. As the clock was ticking down to an 11:30 a.m. liftoff, a terrifying T-5-minute automated hold just stopped everything dead in its tracks. There was this highly sensitive data mismatch right during the crucial handover from the ground computers to the rocket's internal brains. And instead of just scrubbing the whole mission, the engineering team pulled off a miracle. They executed an immediate high-stakes system reset, verified all the telemetry in record time, and recycled the countdown for a totally flawless 12:05 p.m. liftoff. And it paid off. Just 17 minutes later, the Vikram-1 rocket hit a blistering orbital velocity of 28,000 kilometers per hour, coasting at an altitude of 450 kilometers. But honestly, the truly staggering part here, they did it on their very first try. In the aerospace world, a maiden flight actually reaching orbit is incredibly rare. It's this monumental feat that has completely eluded way older, vastly better funded startups all over the globe.
So that begs a pretty massive question, right? How exactly did a startup with absolutely no existing blueprint pull off something that only massive state-run governments had ever done before? Who actually built this 40-ton, 7-story machine?
Well, it all goes back to 2018. Two brilliant engineers, Pawan Kumar Chandana and Naga Bharath Dhaka, made a massive leap. They boldly left their incredibly secure government jobs at ISRO, that's India's national space agency, to write a totally unproven chapter in spaceflight. You see, they looked at the rapid explosion of private space companies in the West, and they realized India had all this world-class engineering talent, but completely lacked a commercial space ecosystem. So they took a massive, calculated risk to change the game. And what a wild ride it was. They grew from this tiny 10-person team crammed in a Hyderabad incubator to a powerhouse of over 1,000 employees today. All that blood, sweat, and tears was totally validated the second mission control confirmed successful payload deployment. They actually beamed this exact message back from orbit. Hello, space, we have arrived. And honestly, that's so fitting because the mission itself was named Aagaman, which is Sanskrit for arrival. Section 1, Engineering the Ascent. Because reaching space, it isn't just about lighting a giant firecracker. It's about incredibly precise, innovative engineering. What makes Vikram-1 so brilliant is its hybrid architecture. It perfectly balances the raw, reliable, brute force power of 3 solid propellant lower stages with the absolute pinpoint precision of a liquid-fueled upper stage. Solid motors are great because they're simpler to store and they give you that massive initial kick to punch through the thick atmosphere. But liquid engines, they give you the exact delicate control you need once you're actually floating up there in the vacuum. But they didn't just innovate on the fuel. By completely ditching traditional heavy steel and going all in on carbon composite structures, Skyroot made the Vikram-1 airframe about 5 times lighter and significantly stronger. And in rocketry, literally every single gram matters. Shedding all that dead structural weight drastically maximized their payload capacity, letting them carry up to 350 kilograms all the way to low Earth orbit. Then there's the 4th stage, which basically acts as the rocket's steering brain. It uses these cutting-edge 3D printed engines running on hypergolic fuels. Now, hypergolics are these incredibly reactive chemicals that ignite instantly the second they touch each other. No complex, heavy spark plugs or ignition systems needed. That means these engines can start, stop, and restart multiple times in the vacuum of space, which is absolutely crucial for dropping different satellites into perfectly customized, specific orbits. And you've gotta love the confidence they had in this system. Instead of flying some empty, useless dummy mass for a test flight, they flew real commercial hardware right out of the gate. We're talking Skyroot's own Scope satellite, ultra-precise German space actuators, a debris capture robotic arm called Embrace, and yeah, even an 18-karat gold micro-rocket up there to honor legendary Indian scientists like C.V. Raman and APJ Abdul Kalam. When you step back, Mission Aagaman is just sheer audacity. This fully private 40-ton machine just catapulted India into an incredibly exclusive global club. Before this exact moment, only private companies in the US and China had successfully launched orbital-class rockets. Now, India is firmly and permanently on that map. Section 2, the policy revolution. Now, rockets don't just launch in a vacuum. They need a launch pad built on visionary policy and massive, massive capital. You can't just engineer your way to a thriving aerospace industry. Following some really sweeping government reforms back in 2020 that dismantled the state monopoly and spun up a single-window regulator, the Indian space ecosystem just exploded. The government literally opened up ISRO's world-class testing facilities and launch pads to private entrepreneurs. Because of that one shift, the landscape went from literally a single space startup in 2014 to over 400 innovators today. It's wild. And the market absolutely devoured this opportunity. Backed by financial heavyweights like Singapore's Temasek Holdings, Skyroot rapidly scooped up capital. In fact, just weeks before this historic launch, they raised $60 million, officially crowning them India's very first space tech unicorn, with a valuation over $1 billion. This definitively proved to the world that deep tech hardware in India isn't just a niche science project, it's a massive venture-scale opportunity. And when you look at the global competitive landscape, it is so clear why investors are throwing money at this. Vikram-1 is offering an estimated $5 to $10 million total launch cost. That puts them in an incredibly aggressive head-to-head fight with established international titans like Rocket Lab. They are coming for real market dominance in the booming small satellite sector, and they're doing it by leveraging India's incredibly cost-effective manufacturing and massive, deep engineering talent pool. Because the ultimate business goal here isn't just building rockets for the sake of cool science. It is about providing on-demand, hyper-flexible, and affordable space logistics to a very hungry global market. CEO Vikram-1 Chandana literally calls it becoming the Uber for space. We are talking fast turnaround times, dedicated orbits, and totally reliable delivery whenever and wherever the client needs it. Section 3. The future of commercial space. So why does all of this actually matter for the future of humanity's expansion into the cosmos? Because the commercialization of low Earth orbit is just getting started, and Skyroot isn't stopping at Vikram-1, not even close. They are already in the lab building heavier, methane-powered rockets like Vikram-2, diving headfirst into advanced cryogenic engines. They're working on fully reusable launch vehicles to drive those launch costs down to the absolute floor. They've even inked a massive partnership with Axiom Space to figure out how to resupply the commercial space stations of the future. But here is the harsh reality check. As incredible as July 18 was, the space industry is unforgiving. It only rewards ruthless, boring consistency. Surviving in a business with margins this low and capital requirements this high means Skyroot now has to prove they can execute reliable, rapid-fire launches year after year. One successful test flight is a triumph, sure, but 10 successful commercial flights? That's a business. Vikram-1 unequivocally represents the beginning of India's new private space era. But it leaves us with one massive question. Was this truly just a spectacular visit or the start of a permanent, dominating presence in orbit? The race has just begun. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want a more detailed analysis with diagrams and technical insights, check out the full article linked in the description below.